You only have that free speech availability if you're on the left. If you're on the right, then the left says you're a fascist. The left calls you all kinds of names. As we see, you have people being attacked, physically attacked, violently attacked. It's nonsense, and you know, it seems like it's gotten worse over the last 2 or 3 years,
yeah.
And especially since President Trump has been elected.
Well, no, I've never seen. Look, I understand being disappointed when your candidate's not elected. I understand that because I voted for people who haven't won quite a bit, you know. But after the election of Trump, we saw people take to the streets and carry out exercise temper tantrums. In my opinion, they were burning things, they were knocking windows out, they were having fits in the street, and it seems to only have gotten worse since then. And it doesn't seem that most of the media does any coverage of this.
Well, you know, it's funny, but when I was police commissioner here in New York City, we used to have these rallies at the United Nations, and a lot of them, most of them, many of them by the far left. And if it wasn't, you know, one day it would be against fur.
Right.
The next day it would be against Israel. The next day it would be against Greenpeace. But when I would watch the intelligence videos, it's all the same people. Same players,
yeah,
over and over and over again. And that's a lot of what we see here, especially since you have people like George Soros and others that fund these things. They're paying people $15 an hour to go out and protest. That's a lot of what we're seeing, and that generates this movement.
It's really disgusting, and I mean, I don't think it's any more disgusting than you can look at University of California, Berkeley, where you have David Horowitz not allowed to speak because he's a conservative speaker. Milo Yiannopoulos, regardless of what you think of him and his opinions, is not allowed to speak. And when he does go to speak, you have this night of terror, if you will. That was my mic falling for those of you. And you see things being burned, but you don't see anybody being prosecuted. I have to ask you, as a former policeman, I mean, this is nuts.
Well, listen, you know, they should be under most circumstances. They should be. These attacks, these violent assaults, these people should be prosecuted. But there are mayors and there are governors in those states that does not push for prosecutions. You know, in New York City under Giuliani, I don't care if you were on the left or you were on the right or you were a Republican or a Democrat, you violently attack someone,
right,
you're going to get locked up. Those times have changed under the left leadership.